So when I first started doing my practical, the examiner gave us the rules of how he wanted us to do it. So you basically got to listen to everything because during the test you can't say anything. What we saying? A little louder?
Yes,
okay.
I can hear.
Okay, so they told me, hey, you can't say anything, so you just listen to what they have to say. He gives you the rules of how you have to do the test. So he says, okay, first thing's gonna be pre-set up and disinfect. So basically, you go, you come to your table, you go in your bag, unzip your bag, you pull out your pre-set-up. So then, what I did was I went in my bag, I zipped it back up, I opened that bag, and I just took out the EPA in my paper towels. I tore that bag open, and I sanitized the table. Then I took out my two bags, and I taped them up. But I tell you, like I say, everything can go wrong. The tape didn't want to stick to the table. I had to put the EPA on there. So man, I had so many problems, and I had to raise my hand. If you got any problems, you just raise your hand and tell them. I said, sir, I'm having a problem with this bag. I said, doesn't want to stick. He said, that's all right, just sit it on the floor. And they're working with you. They know you passed your test, so they want you to get there. So after which I set everything up, I had my blood spill kit, because you gotta have one of those on your table in case you get cut. Then you gotta have your water, your hand sanitizer, your towels, and I had some T-pins. I'm telling you, it's very essential that you have T-pins. T-pins because while you're doing any one of your tests here, that cape will fall off. I'm telling you, it'll fall behind. I just happened to know all the procedures, so they were doing something, my cape fell off, I hurried up and grabbed it, and because I already knew how to roll, I rolled real quick. But going back to that, after I set up, he took off 1 point. Out of possible 4 points you could get the 4, I got 3 of the 4.
What you think that 1 point was? You don't know, huh?
I don't have a clue, because that's basically clean
You had
cold. When I set up when you set up your tripod, if you wipe your tripod down, you don't. It's okay if you twist it around. If say you're doing something to your mannequin or something, you can grab the tripod and twist it around. But if you don't sanitize it, then they're gonna feel like they'll take points from it. And so make sure you sanitize everything and clean your chair and you do your manicure. So what I missed on that one, I couldn't tell you. I went back and thought about it. Couldn't figure that one out.
You think it might be the other trash bag?
I set up both.
Oh, you set up both of them?
I had soil.
Oh, it's just one that dropped, so you was just working with one trash
The
bag.
other one, you really don't do anything.
And you say you use duct tape.
Yeah, it's best if you take duct tape. And like I was saying, that went pretty good. Next was the manicure. After everyone finishes, you gotta raise your hands and just stand there. He says, okay, this time y'all can sit down because you're gonna be doing your manicure. He says, instead of using 3 towels, you can use 2.
Oh, he told y'all.
Oh yeah. Because that's all it is, So instead of using that one as an armrest, just lay your manicure hand on the table. Lay it down. Let me tell you what I forgot. I forgot to put the water in the soapy water.
And you still passed it.
Oh no, I went through like I had it, man. I pulled it. They couldn't see it. Let me tell you.
Oh, you mocked it up.
I'm playing the game. So, so I kind of peeked up to see what everybody was doing. I'm like, okay, I got this, man. I can stunt till I get where I need to be. I got a little case with everything in it. Had my file in there. I took out a file of nails. I went inside, outside, in. I did that I think I did 3 on each, 3 times, you know what I'm saying? I did it this way, then I went back, I did it again. Then I went to the next phase, which was where you have to actually take your soap dish and pour your water. That's when you pour your water in there. And then you put the hand over there. You have to, I'm sorry. First thing you have to sanitize your hand. Sanitize that hand also. That's the main thing. You gotta sanitize the hand you're working on. And I think that's where I lost my 1 point in on the manicure.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't
sanitize.
sanitize the manicure hand, but I did everything else. And like I say, after which you go in, you pre-soak the hand, and then after you pre-soak it, you take the hand out, and while you still got the hand over the water dish, you take the brush and just brush the top, and then you brush under the nails. And anytime you drop something in the trash,
You gotta sanitize.
you gotta sanitize. I mean, you can't. As many times you sanitize, it's all about sanitation. That's all they want to see every time. And make sure you hit the
wrist. You weren't
wrist.
rocking them Jews and
Oh,
stuff,
I
huh?
didn't have nothing on. I had one little cross on. Lord, I need you. So next thing I did, I brushed. I put the cuticle remover on there. I had a bottle, so I just put the little drops. With the brush, I just put a little bit on there. Then I pull out the cuticle pusher. So mine was a blue one with a little white tip, and I just pushed the cuticles back. I did that about 2 or 3 times. Then I threw that in the trash, and I put the all hands out, sanitized my hand. I grabbed a paper towel, put it here, and I grabbed the orange wood stick. And then what I did was I acted as though I was taking the shavings from the cuticle and wiping it on the towel, and just put it here, and put it there. Then I went up under the nails, just mocking what we're supposed to do. And then and on your mannequin, you gotta have the nails done. The nails have to be done. So I had to see me. I ain't never put no nails on a mannequin, so I was doing my best. So if you ever get a mannequin and you're trying to put nails on, you gotta sand it down.
My boy Jason.
Jay. What's up, boy? So I did that, and then I came back. What did I do? Orange was thick. So after which I did that, I threw that. Oh, they want you to break it and throw it in the trash. I just didn't break it. I said, I'm gonna need this later on. So I just threw it in the trash, sanitized my hand, went on and grabbed the buffer. I buffed the nails out, because you're pretty much done after that. Yeah, I buffed the nails out, and then I took I skipped on something. So you move that tray. What you do is that extra towel you got over there, you take that tray and act like you dump the water into the towel. And look, I'm faking like I got water. I'm shaving it down, I rolled it over, and I dumped that in the trash. So you just gotta make it look like it's real, And then that's when I went to doing the buff. I buffed the nails out. Went across it about 2 or 3 times. Then I came back, and that's when I took the polish out. After I polished the nails, I just used some regular clear. I use that as my clear. And I put the clear on there. And then after that, I threw everything in the trash. I cleaned up behind myself, EPA'd the counter, took everything, and I just left it sitting on the hand sitting on the table on top of the towel. And then I raised my hand. He said, okay, everybody's done. He says, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. And then he said, okay, all scores have been taken, so you may clean the area. I just took everything, dropped it in that trash can, sanitized my hand. Anytime you go in your bag, you grab something. You gotta sanitize your hand before you put it in the bag. Next thing was the shave. On the shave, I made 27 out of 24. I don't know where I went wrong on that either. But what they check you for again, see what it says, professional shave safety. So he gives you the rules of what you're going through. So you're standing there and you're listening. Because you got to move your chair over by now, because you got to get the mannequin out. You got so many minutes, you got to set your dog up, your mannequin up. So here's where everything's falling. But just lo and behold, I got those T-pins. And I think I only had 3.
Even with the short cape?
Even with the short, man, everything go wrong when we done did it so many times in there, man, everything went bad. It was terrible. Man, we couldn't even pull it off in there, man. That whole thing fell down. I'm like, that's okay.
That's
I knew my steps.
That's great.
I knew my steps, so there's no problem. So he said, what I'm gonna do, he said, I want you to go through, put the lather on, do what you need to do, then I'll tell you to do what you need to do, and then I'll tell you you're gonna go through 3 basic shave strokes, then I'll tell you to go ahead and complete your shave. Does everyone in here have their towels? Your wet towels for the shave, for your your test. And for every test you need, it's kind of throwing you off. Like if you don't know what you're supposed to have, what time.
So it's probably 1 point.
Well, no, I didn't take away because they were in the school. All of them were in school when they took theirs. I was at home, and so I just went to the zinc. I got a plastic bag, got 2 wet towels.
Oh, you went in? Oh, you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said no problem. He said because most of the people just mock it.
So we can prep and have them wet and have them in a Ziploc bag.
But it don't matter whether or not they're hot. You still gonna go through the check. Even the cold, you gotta do that. So I went through. I told him, sir, is it okay if I put it in a plastic bag? He said it's fine. Matter of fact, you just put it inside your bag. So when I took the stuff out, went in my bag, sanitized my hand, went in my bag, zipped it back up, come back out. I draped the mannequin. Of course, y'all know we're doing the shave, so towel, cake towel. So I think let's say that's the one where I normally have a plastic bag that's gonna go on the back of the headrest, but I just he wants to see that you got it there. So I had it sitting on the table, so I just pointed like that. You don't really say that until I pointed that I had it, because the head's gonna be laid back on there. So after which I went through, I put the shaving cream on. You get your shaving cream on after I drink it. And instead of putting it in your hand, they want you to put everything on the back of your hand. So y'all remember that.
So you put the shaving.
So
I had
the can. I just put a little bit here. Then you take it from here, rub it together, start at the bottom of the face, massaging up.
With the shaving cream.
With the shaving cream.
With both hands.
Both hands. Yeah. So what you do? You spray it here, come back here. I'm standing behind the client.
From neck to sideburns.
To sideburns. Yeah. Up. Then you come back after that. I just grab the towel and throw it in the trash, sanitize. Then you get your hot towel because you got to open the pores. You fold it down just half a fold, about that much. You check. Then you come back and then you do the crossover. Let it sit there for a few minutes. You can just kind of massage and then just sit it there. Then after which you take it off. No.
Roll it down.
You roll it down and massage the skin. What you're doing is just loosening the hair follicles on the face. Massaging it, going through the steps, and then after you get it off, you kind of clean it all off. Take that and you throw that in your soul bag. Then after which, you just stand right there. You'll say, okay, put your shaving cream on the mannequin, and we're gonna practice in 3 strokes.
So it's never go forward and do what you do. He always instruct.
He's gonna instruct you. Well, that's just on that one.
Okay.
On that one, the rest of them you just gotta know your steps. But on that shave, because there's no time limit, because you can be there forever. Them other guys were stuck. Yeah.
So you was done first?
I know the steps, because we played that game. Remember, I can tell you, you teach them like me and what's that guy? Man, like me and Maine was playing. Okay, well, where this cut at? Where that cut? If they learn it like that, they gonna know every position. So he says, okay, I want to do stroke is gonna be the
reverse free hand.
The free hand. It's gonna be the free hand cut. So and then you go to it. You turn the mannequin towards you. Get the free hand. He says, okay. You close your razor. Then he says your next cut is gonna be reverse free hand. So that's gonna be number 2. So it's not same way, back hand. Okay, then he said, then you close your razor. Okay, because I didn't know they was checking for safety, so you gotta close that razor. I had a blade in mind. He said, do you have a blade in? I said, yes. He said, y'all make sure y'all take your blades out, took the blade out, and I actually put it on the side.
Dispose.
And then he actually says, okay, now I need you to do the reverse free hand.
Did you see what the other students had to dispose of their razors in? Cause I'm just thinking. When you dispose of the razor,
He really can't see. When on TV, he can't see. He want to see that you know what you're doing. So that's when I stood behind and I did that number 5.
Do you have to have the blade in there?
He just, I had one because he asked me did I have
you
one.
gotta have a blade, but you gotta take it out.
Right. He's gonna tell you to take it
Cause
out.
they wanna see you at least put it in and
He
take it
wants
out.
to know that you know how to put a blade in and take it
And
out.
not cut yourself.
So,
Because they
Practice
were
it, man.
telling us, he was telling me, Mr. Ron was telling us that you're supposed to use a fake blade, make it with a credit card or something, but you're supposed to have a blade.
what they're doing, he's gonna ask you
Okay.
if you got a blade in there. If you do, y'all go ahead and take them out right now. And so, after I did the 3, you stand right there, he says, okay, go ahead and complete your cuts. So, complete your strokes. So then I went to number 3. I did them all over again. Went through each stroke. got down.
The 14 steps?
14 steps.
And you have to wipe all the cream and everything?
Oh yeah. Well, you know, don't put too much on it. You know, don't make it too hard.
Remember when I told you on the mannequin, you don't wanna, and then your whole hand full up.
But here's the key to it. See, after you finish your 14 steps, what they're really doing is worried about number 13. Yeah, number 13 is the Adam's apple. Because when you get to the Adam's apple, they want to know that you're gonna go to this side, do this one,
That's why I tell you.
come back over here, and do this one. You know, number 13.
You can't just go right here. You gonna cut on the Adam's apple.
Yeah. So
You
he's
gotta go
looking for
over.
that, and then you get to 14 right here, knock this off, reverse, and then he says, okay, go ahead and clean your napkin. So that's when you get that other wet towel. It's a cold one. You gotta fold it halfway,
So,
check.
2 wet towels.
Yeah,
Towel,
2 wet
leather
towels.
top, leather
And then
stain,
now
leather.
you drape them back over, because that cold towel's gonna close the pores. Close it down, put it on there, and then I just kind of massage the face a little bit, and then after which, roll it down, took the cream off, everything. And now, pretty much you're done then. But what I had was some aftershave. You can do 1 or 2 things. It's open that you can spray it on there, but the professional thing they want to do
Put it on
is to put it on a towel. So I sprayed it on the towel and just kind of damped it on his face like that, and then I raised my hand completely. So I got 24 out of 25 saying I didn't even know they were doing for safety. So the key to it is closing and raising. So and remember, every time you take a stroke, you gotta act like you're wiping that hair off. You know what I'm saying? So 1, 2, and the side of the nose 3, and down here 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, then 14.
So I thought that
The lather. We supposed to go like that, but he.
They want you to put it on the back of the hand. Straight, just for a little bit.
No,
Because I thought
when
we
you
could-
start, I thought you were supposed to start, so then do it and then start on
Just
one
start
floor
one side and
go
then
around.
finish on
They
the
don't
other
want you
side.
to- They want you to start.
They want you to start from bottom up. Yeah, because what you're doing is you're raising the hair follicles.
So he told y'all how to do it.
Well,
Oh, you was peep again watching.
I'm looking at, but I have been looking at other stuff, other instructors, you know what I'm saying? To get those follicles, because the way people do their face is to brush the hair down. So instead of putting it here, if you massage it up and massage the hair follicles up, you make it stand up. And then you come back with the hot towel, so now the pores open and plus the hair standing out.
Would they take a point off if you do it wrong?
Nah, I don't think it's a right or
What
wrong
they're
way.
doing is you're taught. Different people are taught different ways. But I'm just saying, yeah, as long as you're putting it on and following. What they want to know is that you know how to do the stroke, and that you close that razor.
Safety, whenever you're going behind.
And wash them hands.
So they won't tell you what you did wrong.
No,
No,
I don't know what I missed.
that's a cheat sheet they tell you what's wrong. That's a cheat sheet they tell you.
Because before I saw what I made, all I was looking for was that real. I don't care if I pass, come Lordy, as long as I pass, oh thank you Lordy. I ain't lying. Man, look here. So my next thing we had to do was blood exposure incident. Easy. I figured out my technique for that. So you already got the mannequin draped.
Set up ready.
So unless you got anything on it, so you just kind of leave that crossover cape on, because you're gonna be tape towel with a crossover that's a clean towel. So what you're gonna do is turn the mannequin to you, away from you. Say for instance, you got cut. What I did, I said, okay, I know the procedure for this. So what he says is, okay, get your, it's gonna be blood exposure incident. So go ahead and get your bag out. So I said, time my hand, go in and get my bag, zip it up, bring it out.
So whatever happened to the first kit? I'm just asking, the first blood exposure kit.
That's on there in case you cut yourself.
So that's for you.
That's for you.
And the other one's for the mannequin.
For the mannequin. You'll never use that one on the table, but they gotta see it.
I got you. Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I got you.
But that's part of the setup. You got to have that on there. Because he asked that other lady, hey, where's your blood exposure kit? That lady lost points on it. And he asked everybody, he said, okay, I see you needing the extra.
Nobody tells you that you have to have two.
Yeah. Huh?
Nobody tells you that you gotta have two.
Oh, no. If you watch the videos, they show you.
The video say you have to have it.
Yeah, the video, it show. Now, the packet don't even show us we gotta have two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's good. I think it's real good to have somebody who kind of went through it. And then he can put me on a whole lot of game. So that's why I think this is real beneficial, especially for the seniors that's about to go to kind of get the idea of the steps. And then we just kind of go out there and make sure we master the steps. That's all I'm worried about.
Because see, when I had a lot of questions I was asking him. He was like, we tried to call this lady, and the lady couldn't elaborate on nothing. I said, man, when I pass this thing, man, call me in there, man. So if they got any questions, man, I want to be able to help someone and get something. So that's why I'm here to help y'all, man. I know what my struggle was. So, like I said, I got to the blood exposure, and then really all you need is that. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take, you can take a cotton round, or you can take like the little bandage that you tear out. You know, my wife, she's a nurse in the hospital, so hey man, I need some of the gauzes. So she brought me about 4 or 5 gauzes, and I said I need so she gave me a gauze, 2 gauzes. I took 1 gauze. What you do is you take your water, you wet it, and you wipe, you put it on the face, hold it down like compression, just push it down.
You talking about for blood exposure?
Yeah.
I thought that was a septic part. The septic.
You see what that say?
Hold on, you said.
What does that?
What does that? Hold on, you said you what? Say that one more time.
What does that say on this thing? 12
Hold
out of
on.
12?
You said you did what?
You take the gauze.
Yeah.
You wet it, and you put it on the wound where you cut the person.
Right.
You hold it down with a little compression. That's
Right.
to stop the bleeding.
Right.
Okay. Then you act this way. Okay. Then you take it, and you take you got
Hazardous bag.
You got 2 bags.
I know.
You got a plastic bag, and then you got a hazardous bag. Both my bags were hazardous bags. So I took it and put that in. Oh, you gotta put your gloves on too. I'm sorry. You gotta have those gloves on.
Yeah.
With that glove. And then I put it inside there, sanitized with the gloves on. Then the next thing you gotta do is you gotta get you gotta get an alcohol pad. Get the alcohol pad out of there, tear it off. You take and you can lay that on the table. Then you wipe the face, wipe that area. Okay? Then, after you pick that up, put that in, open the hazardous bag, you put that inside the plastic, the hazardous bag, zip it back, and you gotta make sure you close it every time. Sanitize your hands. And then you go back in your little small bag. Go back in there and you pull out 3 things. You're gonna pull out a little thing you put in your ear, Q-tip. You're gonna pull out a Q-tip. You're gonna pull out the little septic powder, and you're gonna pull out another gauze or a cotton round. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take some of that septic powder, put it on there. Take the Q-tip, take it, and you're gonna put it right there on the face. Put it on the face right there. You're gonna take all that, and then you're gonna take and put that inside the bag. Inside that little hazardous bag. Sanitize your hands 1 more time. Go back in your little bag. Grab out a Band-Aid. Take it out. They don't want you to touch the white part of the Band-Aid. Sit the thing down. Put the Band-Aid on there. Make sure everything's nice and neat. Pick up everything. Put that inside that little septic bag. Then you take the septic bag and put it inside another bag. Like I said, both of mine had the hazardous signs. They want you to show. So on both sides you can see the hazardous sign. Put that inside there, you take that, throw that in the trash. Then they want you to immediately grab your EPA, sanitize. sanitize, wipe it all down, put that in there, you take your gloves off, and put that in there. What are we up to?
Facial.
Facial.
I think that's self-explanatory.
Man, I gotta.
Listen, that's
I
self-explanatory.
understand that, but let me tell you how I did my facial, man. It's quick. And I got 13 for 13. I know what you was teaching, but let me just give it to you. So I had a cleanser. For, you know, after your daughter's already set up, all you're gonna do is take that strap off. And then you're gonna just go to the facial, tilt the head back. The mannequin I pulled out was the one that I was gonna cut his hair. So I was just still to the man. I just tilted his head back, tilted him all the way back. I took the, you gotta have, so if you got these little things with your cleanser and everything, you gotta have a spatula in there. They don't want you to put your finger in there. You gotta have a little spatula, or I had those little tone suppressors, you know? I told my wife, I said, man, ain't buy those. Man, give me some of the tone suppressors. The little small ones, I took those little ice cream pop things, you know, but they want you to put everything right here. This is where it goes.
That's crazy.
Man.
That's crazy. I'm thinking about, because I be thinking about cross-contamination, but you ain't got no points to cut, so that's what I'm
Well,
like.
what are you doing all the time?
Yeah, you sanitize.
So if I'm opening, take that out, put that here. Everything else is going in trash. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna go here, you go here, 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 here. Then after that, you just come behind it. That's what the cleanser. Massaging. From down up. Here, around the forehead.
So you're really doing two.
When you're applying it from the hand to the face, you're not using the spatula though, right? You're using your fingers. Because you use the spatula to take the product out.
Put it on there.
And then you use your
Close
And
fingers.
then that spatula goes away.
That spatula goes in the
And then
trash.
you can use your hand.
Then I just take it and put it together. But now that's when you're doing the facial, you want to take and you want to put I got the hair net. You know, like women wear those things around here. You're gonna put the hair net around there, then the shower cap, because you want to get that in that hair.
So that's what that shower cap's for.
Right. That's what the second one's for. The first one was for the shave, the haircut, the shave.
Oh, so you do put one on the shave too?
Well, on the shave, one goes on a chair. If you had a barber chair.
Oh,
it'll
if you,
go on the
okay, I got
headrest.
you.
It'll go on the headrest. But on this one, you actually putting it on,
So for that product,
so the product don't get in the hair. But like I said, then you take, and I put them in the kit. It's 2 cotton rounds. Take you some cold water, and then you just massage it. Take everything you put on, you take off.
so you're not taking it off with a towel?
No, I'm giving you game. Massaging it.
With a cotton round?
With a cotton round.
Okay.
2 cotton rounds. Take them off, and then throw them in the trash, sanitize your hands. Come back, you're gonna do the massage cream. Same thing. Another
that's what it is.
massage. You get another spatula, put it on your hand, come here, go around. Same thing, you know. And then go back, you're gonna go back in there and get 2 more cotton rounds. Wear them down, and I'm sorry. Before we get to cotton round, after we put the massage cream on, that's when you go through your steps. It's doing it, you know, remember they told you gotta do one of the massages. I did the effleurage, the tapia, and what's the other one?
Effleurage and friction.
Yeah, so I did the tapping,
Tap on it.
tap on them. I did the pinching, and then I did the effleurage. So I guess that's why I gave me all the points. I did all 3 of them, you know, doing 3 times, you know, and to show them I knew what I was doing. Then I came back with the 2 wet cotton rounds. Take that off.
So for that technique, we do not need a towel.
Do not need a towel.
Why they tell us we need a towel?
I had more towels than we needed.
You had more towels than we needed. See, they didn't change.
I had 23 towels.
And you had about 8, 10, 9 of them you used.
So only time you really need towels is when you do a shave and just back up. So 10 towels, but you want to put towels in each one of them. And like when you're doing a manicure, definitely gonna need 3. Definitely a 3.
So how did you look up to find 2 different towels?
I didn't know.
Did they tell you?
No.
So how? Like she said,
When you talking about for the
For the facial, like
the way I knew, I watched some other people who took tests
like recently?
recently, and I talked to a couple of my friends that took them, and they said when they went into the class, they actually went into the class and they got judged real hard and they was using towels, and they was standing over. And the girl said, the lady asked him, said, well, why didn't you just use condoms?
It's not updated in the new.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then, you know, I'm gonna kind of take the technique that he's using because he got 13.
Yeah.
I mean, what about if you don't know and you use the towel?
Nah, but listen right here. It says, sanitize hands, prepare mannequin for service, apply cleansing cream, demonstrate at least one facial manipulation, remove massage cream, apply astringent, freshener, or toner. That's all it says.
It said remove. So
It don't say how to remove.
But if you got a condom, see what I did was
They might not take points for using a towel or a cotton.
we kept saying, well, what if you drop it? So I had the little plastic box. I paid $1.99 at K&B Solutions, $1.99 for the box. It's in there.
Yeah.
In that kit. I put both of them in there because I had one for manicure and one for the facial. You know, I just had everything in there, so you ain't gonna drop everything. But I had some extra stuff in there. Then I went back and I just kind of put my hand over the eyes and sprayed the toner on there. Then I came back with it and I just put some lotion as the massage lotion. The lotion on there, and all you're gonna do is just basically massage that into the face. You don't take that one off. That one that's what enhances the glow and the shine. Then you do your hands like this here because that one sticks to the face and just keep on going. And after a few minutes, just
So for the shaving, you have to spray it in the cotton thing, but for the
on the shaving, because you're dealing with it's different with a man. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody that got a beard. You can actually spray that on, or you can damp it on. It's just like when we put aftershave on after a haircut, you use it on the necktie, right?
Yeah.
And you wipe it on.
Yeah.
So pretty much the same thing.
Haircut.
Haircut procedures. Woo, my nemesis. Y'all know I ain't no perfect haircut man when it comes to straight hair, but see, I have been learning. Remember I told y'all, I said, when I'm going out of here, I'm gonna take a week or 2 weeks, because I went to my partner and he taught me how to cut straight hair. I said, man, so Mr. Patrick told me that you have to get a guide. So after I remember at the bottom when I first went in, well, I'll come back to the cut. Let me tell you how you do the setup. He gives you instructions again. He tells you, he says, okay, we're gonna do the procedures of haircutting. So grab your stuff, set up your mannequin, and then prepare it. Here I go. I'm not even thinking, man. I done took my whole drape off. All I had to do was take. I took the whole mannequin head off, took everything off. All I had to do was take and just, put a necktie on it and just a regular cape. But I'm caught up in the moment, and I'm excited, man. The next day is my mom's birthday. I'm trying to make sure I get this. I can tell my mom what I done done. Nevertheless, I get there, get them draped up, and I'm thinking, okay, you got, I think you got 20, 30 minutes? How many minutes you got for this haircut?
37 minutes.
37 minutes. So the first thing you do is take the back of the neck, and then you're gonna take the sides. So you got your comb, and I'm just flicking it out. Once you set this first guideline at the nape of the neck, it's pretty much there. You can see what's going on. So I'm like, okay, I don't have to go into a whole bunch of detail. I'm just gonna do a little boy haircut. Bring it all back and just put it in layers. I said, man, I got that. So I just kind of flicked it out till I got it. I took my comb out, and I took the clippers, and I was just, to the parietal ridge. I was just going around, just making it, just giving it some shape, some form, going around from this side to this side to the occipital. And then I came back, and that's when I said, okay, now I got to do this hard part. So I left the edging up for last, because that's basically what they want you to do last. And so I said, okay. I wet my mannequin hair down. I grabbed the scissors and I just started kind of clipping, paying attention, around the side. And I said, okay, now I got to set a guideline in. I pulled all the hair back. pull it all back, pull it to the top, and I just remember we just cut an inch off. So just depending on how long you had. One lady's hair was way down the back. I don't know what she was thinking about. She, the way like his hair. That's how, and she was starting from the bottom. I'm like, oh no, she wasn't thinking. But she took the whole length of time because me and the other guy was just standing there. But I went through and I set my guideline in. I went down the middle, then I went down the side, went back down the other side, came back, turned to this side, and then that's when I started checking, doing my checks and balance, seeing if everything was right, clipping it. Just want to know if you got the form down. And then I went to the back. You go straight up, even though your fingers kind of at an angle. Then I came back and I did some cleanup work. Just trying to make it look shaped. It looked presentable. Then I went around. I went to do the dog's hair, but because it got wet, my edges wasn't working good. But those clippers still was clipping, because I could adjust the blade. Remember, when you're cutting with the clippers and the comb, halfway. Don't go all the way. Make sure it's halfway, so it'll cut real good. Man, I went around the ears, cleaned them out, made sure those sides were taped, made everything pointed. Got the scissors and just kind of shaped it up, man. And he says, when you're finished, just raise your hand. I raised my hand. Man, I really blow this. I showed him like with this. I said, Mr. Patrick killed me about this haircut. Man, I went up there and said, okay, bring your mannequin to the front. I'm not even thinking I could take the whole stand. I pull the head off. I take it. Guess what he said? He said, okay, that's good. Turn it around again. I turned around. I said, oh Lord, I'm out of there. He said, okay, put it back on there. How am I do that? Couldn't find the whole head. Finally, I just shoved it on there, man. He said, okay, I recorded everybody's score.
That's probably one of the few points came from.
But it goes back to what I was telling you about safety. See, I didn't even know anything about the safety. Look, he gave me 7 for 7 on 7 for 7 on safety.
Yeah, protecting the client, making sure that.
So next thing was blow drying and thermal curling. My nemesis. So I'm thinking about, what's her name a little bit that was in here? Nella. I'm like, man, how am I gonna do this? So he says, okay, he gave us the instructions. He says, okay, you go ahead and start. Go in my bag, sanitize my hand, go in my bag, zip back up. Now, I got so much stuff, man. Look here, I'm like, man, I wish this thing was over. I'm ready to go now. I got bored. So I go in there, grab my bag out, I lay everything down, and then they want you to plug up. I plugged everything up, set your heat and everything, and I set my mannequin up. That's when I got the female dog head out. And what I did was I set them in quads. You say set up in 3, it's gotta be set up in quads.
What you mean 3?
Well, just the 2, and leave it long.
You're talking about the section?
Right.
Subsection.
So they wanted it in 4.
4?
They wanted it straight down the back and straight across. Tie.
What are you gonna do the perm was?
You're gonna eventually take it down. But all that's for a reason. I'll come back to that. The next one's gonna tell you why they do that. So after you do that, you just decide what section that you're gonna do your blow drying and thermal curling. So what I did was I took the water bottle out, and I sanitized my hand, took my water bottle out, sprayed the hair down, and I combed it a little bit because it was, I don't know, for some reason, that hair was so nappy. You remember how we had it? Man, that hair was so nappy, I didn't know what to do, man. I started to put a perm in the thing, but for real. That hair, but I finally got it combed out, and I got the thermal roller. What's that? Thermal brush?
Yeah.
So and what I did was I sectioned the hair out halfway to make them happy. I sectioned it halfway, flipped it over, and put a clip on it at the top. And what I did was I took the hair with my left hand and I rolled it down and took the blow dryer, holding on top. So I was drying the inside to the outside.
So it was going this way instead of going to the client. It's going this way.
So it's coming toward me.
Blow dry like this.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm rolling it out. I get to the end, I stop, and I take the blow dry, hold it up like this here, and I start back. You see what I'm saying? So I'm rolling it back down. I do that 3 times, but still like this. I get to the third one. You know, I put the blow dryer under here, I put the brush back under there, I'm rolling it down, and as I get to the end, I start twisting.
So you must be using the one with the comb.
No.
On a blow dryer, you using a V one? Or the
Yeah,
one with the comb?
that's the only one you use,
Okay,
the V.
okay.
What I'm doing is I'm drying from the root of the hair out. Then when I get to the ends, I'm rolling it. I'm rolling the brush. I'm rolling the brush because they want to curl. They want to see that kind of curl where the hair is dry. I'm rolling it and I'm rolling it. Then I know that it's dry. Then I take my brush, hold it here. I unclip. Still got the blow dry in my hand, and then I get that last section. And I do the same thing. I bring it down. I'm rolling and I'm rolling it. I bring it down. I stop it right there. Come under here with the blow dry. Start rolling it again, rolling, blow drying from inside to the out. Do it 3 times, rolling, get to the end. Then I just kind of twist it to get that little curl. Then after which I'm done. I set the blow dryer down. I take that brush and I bring that thermal brush and just bring the hair together where it's still got that natural curl flip in it. Then I take the back of that thermal brush and I get me a section out and I flip it over. And then I grab my comb, my small comb, and that little section, I get it out. What I'm gonna do. I jump the cut. After I put the blow dryer down, I got my thermal curler, and I check that paper to see if it was too hot. You gotta make sure you make that paper curl. You're looking for that. Make that purple. You know, they thought it wasn't burned or anything. Then I took my comb and I made that little section. That's when all they want is a curl to sit up there. So what I did was I brought that hair out at a 90, rolled it down, brought it all the way down, not too tight. I took my comb and what I did was I kind of helped myself because my thermal curler was kind of fat. And I just kind of rolled it off real slow. Curl sit right on top. It's like, oh, okay. After you finish, I raised my hand. It gave me a 4 on 4 on it. Look at that. No, 10 out of 11. So then, after that, I rolled up everything and just, you take it off the table, but you gotta roll it up in a towel for safety. I threw everything in the trash, sanitize. Can't sanitize enough, man. You just keep on wiping everything down, sanitize again.
What did you actually do with that curling iron? Would it been hot?
I rolled it up in a towel. And I was sitting to the side for a few minutes. And then, I finished well enough that mine was already cool. I unplugged right away and put everything, I just threw everything in the trash, you know what I'm saying? And then we came to the chemical prep, perm wave,
Color retouch.
Yeah, color retouch. Basically, all that is, we already got the hair in 4 quads. All you're gonna do is take that one you just did that blow dry in, twist it up, and put a clip on it. You got some cream. You're gonna put your gloves on too. Put your gloves on this one because you mess with the chemicals. You're gonna just put some cream on there and basically it's Vaseline or protective cream. You just gonna run it all the way from here to the back, all the way across, around the front, around here, around the neck. After that, you're done. And remember I told you that's why you gotta have it in quads. They want it all around here, all across here, and all the way through the back. That's why on the chemical prep, that's all it is.
So if you do it, I'm wondering if you do it like that, you're gonna have to do the perm rods on one of these 4, 3 of the 4.
Then he'll tell you, okay, now it's time to do permanent wave. Okay? So your option, you can have gloves on or whatever. I tried to do it with the gloves on, man, I ain't know what it was. I tried to get them rollers to do it, I took the gloves off. I put the gloves back on when I did the single color retouch, but when I did the permanent wave, that ain't nothing but just doing the rollers. So I took the 2 back quads loose, combed them down like we did. She pre-cut my mannequin's hair. I combed it down, had that little section, slid the comb in there, a little small, just enough. I did the notebook fold over, sprayed it down, brought it all the way up. I had to keep that comb cupped. Rolled it down, Man, I'm telling you, I don't know why them curlers wouldn't twist. You know how you got to twist it to lock it in? Would not twist. So I'm sitting there, I got this one roller just, that roller doing the dance. So I said, okay, I got something for you. Man, look here. I'm rolling that thing down. How about, oh, my mannequin stuff fell down. My Drake. I say, ain't no problem. Look, hey, he say, oh, you got 10 minutes. How many, what's the minute? I had half the time left. I knew how to roll. Man, I took it, re-rolled it. I found them pins. I put them pins in there, stuck them all the way down. After I done that, man, and I went back and rolled them all together. Got them all four together. Took that one that was dancing at the top. I rolled it real tight as I could and pulled them all together. He says, okay, when y'all are finished, raise your hand. I raised my hand. He said, I'm gonna call y'all up to your camera. Only way you can take the test is you gotta have a computer. You gotta have a external camera. So I took mine up there. This time I took the whole thing.
Yeah,
took the whole thing. Yeah. So he looked. He said, okay, cool. What did he give me on that one? On the permanent way. Gave me 11 out of 13. So then next he told us the same thing about single process color, which is real easy. That was the easiest one. So before easy. So you know he says take your rollers out and comb the hair out.
So they want to see that curl.
No.
Oh, you said comb it out?
Well, first of all, you know what? He says when you come up there. Before you come up there, when you come up there, go back and put your chemical in there.
The Z.
Yeah, so that's when you go ahead and tie it up. After you show him, I went back and tied it up with the cotton. You're just wrapping it around. But here's the thing, when you put that solution in there, you gotta do the Z. It's gotta be a Z pattern. So you do that, and he said, okay. He says, take a curl. You don't gotta come up, you should just where you are, just back it up. He just wanna see that it's crinkly. I'm like, oh man, it's right on, man. I got fish eyes everywhere. I said, okay. He said, go ahead and take them off. And then took them loose, man. Look here. He said, now comb it out. He said, okay, now we're gonna do a single process color retouch. Man, he said, any side you wanna do it on. Cool. So man, after which, he says, go ahead, you may start. I sanitize my hand with my bag. But remember, every time you finish one, last thing always gonna be the first thing. And I know I probably just didn't say it, but me and him made that clear. You know, every time I finish a section, I would sanitize. So before I start anything, I sanitize to make sure everything was clean. EPA, I went through a big bottle of EPA like that. And EPA'd everything, and then I pulled that stuff out. I set my setup up there, my solution, poured that little gel in there. I got me a brush out and a comb.
Did you use the spatula?
No.
Yeah, use a spatula.
Just poured
it in there.
Just poured that in there. And then put the top back up. Throw that in the trash. Sanitize my hand. You gotta have gloves on for this one. And and then I got the little Q-tip out because I gotta do the patch test. So I took out of that little section I was doing right here. I pulled the hair back. I just touched it right there. Looked at it. Okay. I threw that in, sanitize my hand, sanitize the gloves. Then you take, well, you got the hair tied up on this backside, in the back. I put everything in a ball in the back. You just pull out a little piece of hair and a piece of foil. You take that brush, hit it like that there. Then you take that foil, you wrap it this way, and fold it over. Wait a few minutes. Go back, act like you're looking at that little patch right there. Oh, you just playing that, hold it. Like that. Then you go back and look at the hair. You get a towel. Take that foil off. Sit that here. You look at it, okay, it's matching. And you just take it and kind of wipe that off. Okay, good. Then you want to kind of twist that hair back up in there so everything's clear. Now you're just gonna do your little 4 layers. You know, y'all do that every day. We was doing that. You know, just what you're gonna do is section that hair out into 4 little sections. You're gonna paint on both sides. You gotta make sure you put in there. I took the brush and just kind of crinkled it over. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. I did 4 layers. You know. For them, and then what I did, I flipped them back.
You did it going down instead of going like this, right? You did it going down like this.
So what I did was, I did them and laid them over this way.
Like this way, right?
So I laid them over the top.
Over the top.
And then, after I did the last one, then I flipped them back. You know what I'm saying? I took them and flipped them so they can see them all laying over, so they can see the illusion. He said, oh, okay, cool. And he gave me a 9 for 10. Then the last one is in the examination, disinfection. So basically, all they want to do is see what you do. And he gave me that a 3 for 3 on that.
You watch your tripod down afterwards?
Everything. My chill I was sitting in, they didn't even wipe their chills. I wiped the chill, you know, I just had my own chill. I wiped the tripod down, I wiped everything down. I took everything off the table. I left the first things I took out. Yeah, I left that on there. But I took everything out, left it on, boom. And then, and that's when he told me, saying, you know, hey, I want to congratulate y'all on y'all new endeavors. He said, I hope y'all enjoy y'all's new career.